And welcome to the show. A crime spree in Chicago, and the mayor and the mayor-elect are downplaying it. You know, boys will be boys. FBI arrests 2 for operating a Chinese police station on American soil. And just how damaging is that Pentagon leak of national security information? And Fox News settles its defamation lawsuit. All of that and more, so stick around. This is simply sickening.
Developing overnight, another large teen gathering in downtown Chicago, ending with 2 teens shot. Hundreds of teens flooded Michigan Avenue last night, smashing car windows, trying to get into Millennium Park, prompting a major police response. Officers were escorting tourists and visitors to their cars in the Millennium Park parking garage. Shots were fired in the crowd around 9 o'clock last night near Michigan and Washington. 2 teen boys were wounded, both in fair condition. No one's in custody for that shooting. One Chicago native was stunned at what she was witnessing.
What I see out here is completely ludicrous, to be honest with you. I'm a part of what I see. I'm from Chicago, and I understand kids having a good time, but this is simply bad parenting. We have to do better as parents. Our kids should not be out here. Where are their parents at? That's my question.
Another male driver was injured when teens started jumping on his windshield, smashing it. Then they beat the man up as he sat in the driver's seat. He was taken to Northwestern Hospital.
The young lady said, "This is bad parenting. Where are the parents?" she said. And a few days ago, an 85-year-old Kansas City homeowner who was white shot a black teenager who mistakenly knocked on his door. Headlines said, "White homeowner shoots black teen. White homeowner shoots black teen." But this white young lady is surrounded by a Chicago mob that appears to be mostly black, and the media in their headlines made no reference to race.
Well, this woman is in town from South Carolina visiting her boyfriend. The two of them decided to head downtown on Saturday to enjoy the beautiful weather and the city when they wound up victims of this brutal attack.
We got done shopping and we were hungry, so we went to go look for some food, and we encountered like a huge group of people, probably 60, maybe more.
Ashley Knutson and her boyfriend went downtown Saturday afternoon. A few hours later, around 6 p.m., they were in the 100 block of Wabash when they were assaulted and robbed, as several large groups of teens converged in the loop, jumping on cars and buses, kicking passing cars, and smashing vehicle windows.
He turned around, he said, "Who pushed her?" And immediately, as soon as he said that, they went crazy. "I'm gonna kill you," like, started beating on him. They pulled me to the ground.
Video posted to social media shows the mob attacking the couple on the sidewalk. The worst part, Knutson says, was the helpless feeling that came when she saw a CPD squad car drive right by.
He's on one side getting jumped, and the cops almost avoided him to drive past, and I was just bewildered, like, you didn't even stop.
I literally stopped and put my hands up in front of the squad car, like, stop, and was motioning them over to the side where it was happening, and they looked and drove around me and kept going.
Who did stop was Lenora Dennis. She was also driving by and saw what was happening and jumped out to help.
I didn't want to leave them out there stranded.
Dennis told the couple to run into the Macy's store. Employees locked the doors and they hid inside until the group left.
She's godsend. Thank you so much. I don't know what I would do without you. I don't know where I would be. I could be dead right now.
Meanwhile, downtown Saturday night, police arrested 15 people, mostly for reckless conduct. 2 teens were also shot in the 100 block of East Washington around 9 p.m.
Get your children, because they're out there jumping on cars, damaging multiple vehicles. It could go bad either way. There were a couple of people out there with guns that I saw in the crowd.
We had everything taken from us. I couldn't call anybody. I couldn't even call the police. I couldn't do anything. They should just stop. We needed your help, and they weren't there.
And then there's a female NYPD cop in the Bronx. Watch this.
An NYPD officer assaulted in the Bronx yesterday afternoon, hit in the head with a bottle in the Kingsbridge section. The officer was conducting a smoke shop inspection when the suspect, 45-year-old Jose Garcia, walked up behind her and hit her in the back of the head with the bottle.
Now, joining me to discuss all this is the owner of the Blue Dog Tavern in Sherman Oaks, right outside of Los Angeles, Paul Scrivano. Paul, The mayor and the mayor-elect of Chicago downplayed that mob, saying, well, you know, these are just juveniles, and after all, they're deprived. And the mayor-elect said that they are angry because store owners are taxing them for the good for the goods that they sell, when there's Democrats who always want to raise the taxes.
Right. Well, look, it's not fair for Black people to pay taxes on anything.
Right.
I think what we're seeing here is I hate to be the one to say it, but it's a concept known as Black privilege, which is being perpetrated, supported by lawmakers in all the big cities, which with policies like this. Now, what scares me the most about Chicago, what happened in Compton over the weekend with 100 people or a couple hundred people breaking into an AM/PM mini market, is nothing prompted it. Nothing provoked it. There was no police shooting. There was no not guilty verdict of a cop who shot police. There was nothing. It was just spontaneous, which is a whole other subject of how social media companies let that happen. But there was no provocation. I think what this is, I know what this is, as evidenced by what's happening in LA as well, is it's the resurgence of BLM. We haven't heard about it for a couple, maybe years, or at least a year.
Mm-hmm.
But then suddenly there's that idiot Keenan Anderson who was arrested by Los Angeles police a couple months ago. 4 hours later, dies in the hospital, they say by his taser infliction. But what happens the second after he dies? Mayor Bass, our mayor in Los Angeles, meets with BLM. This guy's aunt was the founder of BLM, Patrisse Cullors.
Right.
No, he was trained in the BLM way, which is make sure the cameras are looking, make sure everyone's watching, yell that you can't breathe, yell that they're trying to kill you. This is the resurgence of BLM. This is politicians who, if they can't get reparations passed legislatively, are going to do everything they can to give Black people everything they want. You remember in Baltimore, I think her name was Rawlings, the mayor, who said when they were cutting firefighters' hoses, when they were assaulting people, burning cars, looting buildings, what did the mayor say? She ordered the police to stand down, and she said, I'm paraphrasing, give them room to destroy.
Give them space to destroy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But that's what that is. It's not space to destroy. They're not looting. They're just taking everything they can as a form of reparation, as a form of payback. This is Black privilege in a harrowed race to surpass white privilege. And it's being spurred, aided, supported by government and their policy.